And once again from Lyon, FIBA presents continuing coverage of the 2024 U17 Women's World Cup. This time, we have the round of 16 matchup featuring Japan and Mali. Aaron Sanders, welcome back, everybody, and thank you for joining us wherever you may be. Let's take a look at the stories for both of these clubs, starting with Mali and what FIBA and fans consider one of the most up-and-coming teams in the last few years. Last year in the U17 play, Mali defeated and stunned Australia and took them off the podium. Earlier in Lyon today, Finland won their first ever tournament phase win by defeating New Zealand 78-55. They advanced to the quarterfinals. You see the other matchups there in the Lyon leg, as Argentina will play Italy following this game, and Mexico and Spain will wrap up day play here. Again, for Mali's case, they ended up in third place in Group B with a 1-2 record. The U19 team really shocked a lot of fans last year, and now the U17 team will take its spot in this, the 7th appearance in the World Cup. They're one of the few teams that have made it to every World Cup since the start back in 2010. And for Moussa Dao's team, they have a lot of ground to cover, especially when they're led by Kuda Kita, 13 points a game. And then Mali also has two of the best rebounders in the World Cup in Hassan Mariko, 9 a game, and Hadomata Singari with 8.3 a game. This is the very team that won last year's U16 Women's African Championship, and they look to press on into the tournament. For Japan, a team that is 9th in the world, they ended up with a 2-1 record and placed 2nd in Group A competition. And they're being led by Otaha Goto, 12 points and 5 rebounds a game, and has the game's one of the best shooters when it comes to Kokona Suzuki and Arena Yamashita, who shoots 75% from the field. This is a team that ranked 2nd in last year's Women's Asian Championship, taking silver, and they're the 9th best scoring team with 67.7 a game. They defeated Finland by 2, defeated Argentina 81-44, but lost to Spain in the final day of group play yesterday, 67-60. They too are another team that made it to the World Cup in each and every year. Their best standing was in the second one back in 2012, where they placed 4th. Mali and Japan, both of these teams looking to go deep. The winner of this one will play in the quarterfinal to face the winner of Team USA and Team Egypt. Both teams are being introduced, and we'll have the national anthems for both teams. We will be back for the starting fives in just a moment.
Bien, respetuosamente permanezcamos de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Japón. Invitamos a los equipos a intercambiar regalos y saludarse.
The referees for today's game from Estonia, Mikkel Maniste. From Canada, Kevin Lee and Natasha Okuno. On the screen, the starting five for Mali. 00, Tenjin Diarra. Number 2, Asan Mariko. Number 4, the leading scorer for the team, Kuda Keita. Number 10, Azetan Dadarizo. And number 34, Hatumata Singari. And the head coach, Musa Diaw. For Mali, this is the team that scores 53 points a game, 12th in the tournament, 10th in rebounds, 48, and in assists, 14 a game, 24.5% from the field goals. And as we're a moment away from tip-off, the starting five for Japan, up and going. Otaha Goto along with Nanano Hamada, Kokona Suzuki, Yuna Abe, and Yui Sato. Yuna Abe, one of the few members of the U16 Women's Asian All-Star 5. Japan placed silver in last year's U16 Asian Championship. And that's how they were able to get to the U17 World Cup this year. Japan, 9th in points per game, 67.7, and in rebounds as well, 48.3 boards a game. They share the ball 15 times a game in the assist department, but they shoot 31.8% from field goals, that's 11th, and 58.1% from the free throw line, 13th. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those close games that the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup is going to be all about. We hope you're able to join in too. And if you are going to be tuning into the live stream throughout today, and if you enjoy it, support us with the Super Chat. Your contributions will help us deliver better streams, and you'll have a chance to enter a contest to win a Molten basketball. Winner of this will advance to the quarterfinals. They will play against the winner of USA and Egypt. That game will get underway in 2 hours. The other games that have happened so far, Australia topping Chinese Taipei 89-45. Finland over New Zealand 78-55. That was the game that took place in Leon before this one. Nasumi Yabuchi, the head coach for Japan. Again, thank you for tuning in wherever you may be. Let's see who you got for today, Mali or Japan. A special welcome to Andrew Ling, one of our premium subscribers on FIBA YouTube. I'll explain more on how you could get on the ball and part of that membership team later on. So Kokona Suzuki will jump it with Hatumata Singari. And Mali wins the opening trip, and they go right away to the hole. Azetan Dariso wasted no time, the Women's African Championship MVP last year at just 14 years old. gets the ball rolling for Mali. We're underway in Leon. The 3-ball from Hamada doesn't go. Underneath the 10 was Japan, but a turnover from Yuna Abe forces the ball the other way. Abe stepped on the line. And one way that Mali could improve the field goal percentage on their end, get close to the basket like they did on the first possession. Diarra passes it to Diarizo. Diarizo with the screen, but it's waved off by Kita, who pulls up. She misses. Under 2 seconds on the shot clock. A catch and shoot situation. A pull-up J doesn't fall for Singari. From Leon and Irapuato, the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's World Cup emanating from Mexico. Rebound underneath from Yuna Abe. Back near the logo, Hamada. Gets the give and go, streaks right in and misses the chance on the 2, but she may capitalize on some free throws. And it looks like she will. A 50% free throw shooter in this tournament. Averages 11 points per game. In the last U17 World Cup, Japan placed 8th. In 2018, they placed 7th. And in the previous visits before that, 9th, 7th, 4th, and 5th. Their best outing was in 2012, where they ended up in 4th place, losing in the bronze medal game. Hamada goes 2 for 2. We are squared at 2. Kudakita hands it off, and here's Diarozo. To Diarra. Singari, everybody had a touch of the ball from Mali, but that shot bounces in and out for Diari, and the putback goes down. Mariko hits on her first field goal. This is a player you have to watch out for. 6th best rebounder at 9 a game. 3-ball, good. So Otaha Goto from the center. They make it 5-4 Japan. Just underway here in this round of 16 game. Winner of this will go to the quarterfinal. Egypt and USA awaits the winner of this one. Pull up J from Singari is a no-go. Ahead of the floor, Team Japan. They have numbers. Abe. And traveling is called. Coach Koba in the chat, thank you for joining us. Update from Irapuato. Canada leads Puerto Rico 38-25. Winner of that will meet Finland in the quarterfinals on Friday. Kito rushing up the floor, and on the pass to Singari, swallowed up, and Yoi Sito comes up with the ball. Roy Makino in for Japan. Nice fake and cut as it stays with Japan. Underneath the basket, and another chance for Japan. So Asan Mariko using her hands right off the inbound to deflect it. 7:13 to go opening quarter. Goto to Sato. 8 to shoot on the shot clock. Yamada with a beautiful send-off and a foul sends Japan back to the line. Nearly 3 minutes have gone by. Mali already with 2 team fouls. That is Diarra responsible for those fouls. Off to the bench she goes, and Otaha Goto heads to the bench. Arisa Ihara checking in. One of the 3 centers for Team Japan. And the first free throw drops for Arena Yamashita. who has been perfect at the line in the first 3 days of competition. Second best when it comes to shooting, 75% field goal shooting, as she's good as gold on both. And Japan leads 7-4. And we have a violation in Japan with another chance. Mali turning the ball early. They average 17 of those a game. They have to tighten it up against this tough Japan team. 6th in power rankings, 9th in the world. Mali, in comparison, 10th in the rankings, 12th in the FIBA World Rankings. Number 2 from Group A facing number 3 in Group B. Sarah Yamada. Straight away to Sato. The southpaw 3, no. Ihara with another chance. Crossover from Yamada. Out of the circle, out to Sato for 3. And Japan knows how to move the ball. 15 assists a game. It has worked out to a 10-4 lead. Layup goes down. Awabe with the layup, 10-6. And Sato out of the game. Four minutes gone by here in the game. Japan able to squeak through. Hamada to the rack and draws the foul. So Singari with her first personal. And Nano Hamada off to the line. One of the leading scorers for Team Japan. And able to capitalize. One of 2 was Hamada. On the other end of the floor, a response from Buff. Hamada guarded by Mariko and taken back by Bath. Eleven to 8 is the score, almost halfway into the first quarter. Mali with one more foul to give. Japan just used their first, courtesy of Hamada. So far in this game, both of these clubs shooting at 40%. Japan out rebounding Mali 5-3. One steal from Mali. The other games that happened before this one, Finland over New Zealand by 23, and Australia defeating Chinese Taipei 89-45. So the first 2 tickets have been punched to the quarterfinal for Friday. And another turnover forces the ball back to Japan. Here's Nanano Hamada. Averages 11 points a game. Long shot doesn't go. A quick rebound. It's back into Hamada. Right into the circle. Outside the 3. No. And the rebound controlled by Kita, who goes wide and gets in but misses. Sugiura on the rebound. Una Abe threading the needle in deep. And great ball movement as Awasaka finishes with the layup. It is 13-8 Japan. Diarizo tight roping the baseline, but falls out of bounds. Again, Diarizo won the U16 African MVP last year at just 14 years old. Chances are we may see her in the U17 2 years from now, or if she's lucky, she could escalate right up to the U19 ranks, which starts their competition next year. Sarah Yamada on the ball, and the bounce pass over to Goto. Fouled! It counts! 4-point play coming up for Otaha Goto. We have seen a plethora of 4-point plays in the first few days of this tournament. And with that foul on Singari, Goto will go to the line. Mali in foul trouble, which works out to Japan's advantage as Goto drops it to make it a score of 17-8. Goto rests. She has 7 points. And Anna Ishii on the foul. Oh, a Bath not wasting any time. And gets the first free throw to go. Gets the second. And it's tipped and brought down by Saito. Yamada off the seal, cuts in from the right side, denied entry. Quick spin from Saito. He's trying to whip the pass around. That goes out. About 4 minutes left as Iwasaka checks out. And Arisa Ihara will get more time on the floor. 4 seconds on the clock underneath the Ishii, and she misses the J. And Japan with another opportunity. That is Mali's fourth turnover rather. 17-9, first quarter. Round of 16, a trip to the quarterfinals on the line. Now we see Anna Ishii out. As Aminata Samake called for the turnover. Roy Makino in for Anna Ishii. From the side, it goes straight into Yamada. Yamada splitting through, kicks it out, and the three is missed. Another chance for Japan. As Roy Makino, who just returned to the game, missed the three from outside. Diarizo from Mali out, and in her place, Umu Oatara. Quick inbounds pass to Yamashita. She is going to the line. And for Japan, this will be their 8th and 9th free throw. Compare that to Mali, they have only had 2 chances. First free throw, good. Arena Yamashita still showing her dominance at the line. Flawless in the U17 World Cup. And we have a timeout called by Mali. Scored on the first two possessions, but Japan was able to show great poise and determination to bounce back from this game. And they lead by 10, 19-9 here in the round of 16. The early start from Mali quickly wiped away by Team Japan. As they went on an 8-0 run to get things underway, now they lead 19-9 with under 4 minutes to go in the first. Japan shooting 36% from the field, Mali with 40%. But their main concern have been the turnovers. They have a total of 4. Make that 5 as Japan will have possession. Japan being led by Otaha Goto, who connected on the 4-point play a few minutes ago. She has 7. Makino fighting her way right into the basket, sends it down to Yamashita, who missed it from the elbow. Down to 7 on the 24. Makino drains it. Roy Makino, the guard, adds 3 more to make it 22-9. Uetara. Screen from Samake. Aminata Sanake. Urahara working on the in and out dribble, slicing in with the spin move, and is able to take contact. So Ihara with a personal. And as the first free throw goes up and out, Japan with a full change. Yui Sato, Yuna Abe, Kokona Suzuki, Nanano Hamada, and Otaha Goto in for Japan. A whole line change as Uetara makes the second free throw. It is 22-10. Traore checking out. Japan with a total of 6 assists with 38% shooting. And that was close to another assist as the banker doesn't go down for Abe. Picked up by Uetara. And they're going to call that a kickball. Japan side out to 24 remaining here in the first. Japan looking to punch their ticket back to the quarterfinal after becoming so close last year, placing 8th. 3 from the corner is good for Yui Saito. And immediately she gets back on defense guarding Suzanne Dembele. That is her 6th today as we come up on the 2-minute mark. The feed to Indai. That is missed. Put back up and out for Samake. How about a third chance? Nothing there. A 4th chance for Mali. 3-ball, Otahara. That goes. Persistency pays off for Mali. Omum Uetara. The feed underneath the Goto doesn't go, but she has free throws on the way. Looking to make her 8th and 9th point in the day, as Aminata Sanake comes up with her first foul. Amata checking out. And first free throw doesn't go. Hey, I was talking about the premium membership on YouTube, wondering if you want to partake into that. Well, you can for just 99 cents a month. Premium memberships includes custom badges, avatars, exclusive content, and exclusive viewing access to content. And more features to come if you subscribe to the YouTube Premium membership. Second free throw goes for Goto as she is replaced by Mahiro Iwasaka. 13-point game, quick dribble drive from Dembele. Hopping everything off the mark for Owatara. She will shoot two. Goes high on the first and misses. Yamada picks up the foul. That is her first personal. And Owatara missed both. We are stuck at 26-13. Coming up at a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Sarah Yamada feeds it into Abe, who connects. Yamada feeding it into Abe for her first field goal. Kita. Dembele almost lost control. She's in trouble, able to retain her balance. Long bomb, Uwatara, short. And the rebound pulled down by Iwasaka. "12 seconds, the difference between shot and game clock. Underneath the layup, swatted out of bounds. They're going to count that as a foul, actually, on Suzanne Dembele. Both clubs over the limit for the final few seconds here in the first. And Tony Finch has just upgraded his membership. Thank you for joining us, Tony. Uwatara checking out and Diorizo back in for the final 22.2 seconds. Japan now 9 of 12. They shoot 58% from the line. Second free throw goes for Yamada. Yamada with her first point as we approach 20 seconds here in the first. Pass in, corner three, too strong. Brought back down by Keita, who bullies her way right into the rack. 2 to go, the J bounces out to end the first quarter. Japan showing great poise and capitalizing off of Mali's turnovers as they lead 29-15 at the end of the first quarter. Japan ahead as we begin the second quarter from Leon. Canada leading Puerto Rico by 11 as they just started the third quarter. Canada being led by Savannah Swords and Agat Makir, one of the leading scorers, two of the leading scorers in this tournament. As Japan and Mali gets underway here in the second. Whip around pass to Sugiura. Hamada breaks through the double team. Go-to misses the triple. Three ball doesn't go too strong off the top. And Sugiura brings it up the floor. Japan shooting 39% from the field. Capitalize on 5 3-pointers so far. And a pretty pass for the beautiful send-up for Yuiina Sugiura. 16-point lead for Japan. Amimana Sasaki wheels it in underneath for Mariko, no good. Sugiura wide open. Back to Goto. More than a minute has gone by here in the second. Japan holding control, and the ball goes into the backcourt, and it stays with Japan as Kuta Kita was the last one who touched it. So Ami Nada checks out for Mali. And Hanumata Singari returns. 2.7 on the clock. Long bomb. Goes out of bounds. Shot clock violation. Not a lot of time for Nanano Hamada, but good heads-up play just to fling it. Vegas leading this game 16 as Rui Makino goes back on the floor. Kita, the leading scorer for Mali over the last few days of competition, in trouble. And the pass right back out, and this time the corner three goes down. Quarter three for Suzanne Dembele. Hamada breaking free. Whips it to Godu. Godu out in the corner. Three goes in and out. Another chance, Japan. Hamada, foul. Dembele on the foul. That is her second. And this is the only game happening in U17 competition. We are an hour and a half away from USA and Egypt from Irapuato. Argentina and Italy takes place after this game from Leon as that three bounces off. And back comes Keita and Mali. Great tightrope around to the sideline, but that's taken away. 3-on-2. And Goto heading back to the line. Now Molly's meeting them at the rim, meeting Japan at the rim. The problem is their placement underneath as they try to go for a block. But they have fouled often underneath as Goto gets the first. 3 of 4 from the line today for a total of 9 points. She has 10 now, 4 of 5 from the line. 32-18. Now bumped up with 7.5 to go in halftime. Japan 12 of 15 from the line, and Molly with 6 trips, only making 2. These two pretty close when it comes to rebounds. Japan 15, Molly 13. The move from Diarizo. Diarizo can't get away from the wing. Shot is short, and Makino was able to get it there. Goto rushes, dances, goes for the whip around pass. Makino back up top with it. This time Yamada. Yamada avoiding the double team. Goto off the mark. Three minutes and more gone by here in the second quarter as Kita sends it inside. And that doesn't go for Mariko. 15-point game. Japan came into this tournament ranked 6th in the power rankings. That long shot doesn't hit. And Molly ranked number 10. Great hesitation and the finish from Hassan Mariko. And that leads into a timeout for Japan. A special welcome to some of our premium members. That includes Susie Kristevsky. And Susie, if you're tuning in, I wonder if you're in relation to Emilia Kristevsky, who plays for Team Canada. Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe to the FIBA social media platforms right here on YouTube, on Twitch, Instagram, and more. We also have Next Gen Hoops. That is the platform to showcase the future of basketball from around the world. They have an Instagram page and a Facebook page as well. Be sure to give them a like. Let them know where you're coming from. As we take a look and a listen inside the bench of Japan. Japan clicking on all cylinders. They have the 13-point lead. 80% from the free throw line, 33% from the field, 5 of 16 from downtown. Total of 17 rebounds and 9 assists. And the assist game has been piling up for Japan as they are working their way out of the perimeter and inside to the paint. As Sarah Yamada has the ball up top, guarded heavily by Kita. Ball slapped. And it goes to Molly. Great defense from Azatan Diarizo. And she's going to be the future of Molly basketball as we know it. Remember, last year, at just 14 years old, she won the U16 African MVP. As Team Molly was the championship in that run around tournament. Kudakita with 7 to shoot, just flings it up. And the free throws are coming up. Back in 2012 in Amsterdam, Japan finished 4th, where they lost in the semifinal matchup in the U17 Women's World Cup. And in the tournament before that, the inaugural U17 WWC, they placed 5th. Since then, they have placed between 7th and 9th. Last year they placed 8th, or 2 years ago rather, they placed 8th. Down the hatch, the free throw win. It is 33-21. As Susan Dembele goes 1 for 2. Nanano Hamada checking in for Makino on the part of Japan. Mali's best finish was in 10th place in both 2018 and 2012. Long shot from Yamada, can't get that one. And Mali rushing on the other end of the floor. 3-on-2 mismatch, but the speed almost worked out for them. So Dembele called for the turnover as Eugenia Segura checking in for Yamada. Back to Abe in deep. They kick it to the corner. Sugiura misses the triple. Rebound, no putback there, but free throws are on the way. 1,300 people tuning in as most are preparing for the matchup between USA and Egypt. That's coming up at 5:30 local time. In the meantime, it is a close game in Irapuato. Canada leading Puerto Rico 49-40. Yuna Abe heads to the line. The largest lead in that game between Canada and Puerto Rico has been 16. Canada has led the whole way. And Agat Makir making up for not a good performance yesterday. Has 16 points. Savannah Swords with 11, and leading Puerto Rico is Adriana Robles with 14. She had a strong third quarter yesterday against Australia. But back to the game in Leon as Japan looking to bat it away, and they do. 34-21 in favor of Japan. Yamada on the bullet pass. Fake from Sato. Kicks it out. Puts it up and in. And Sato doing a good job getting close to the basket as she flings it and makes it from the elbow. Fake from Diarra. And she gets close too. Good decisions from Diarra and Sato. Not relying on a long shot, and goes 3 steps closer as it's 36-23 Japan. Yamashito underneath, and she is fouled. The third foul on Diarra. She hasn't had much playing time because of her being in foul trouble. Only 3 minutes of action. Yamashita on the first free throw. Again, one of the 2 players that have the best field goal percentage for Team Japan, 75%, and in the tournament overall. Another chance for Japan to score 2 points at the line. Aminata Samake comes up with her second. Yamashita heading to the bench, and Otaha Goto, the game's leading scorer, returns on the floor. She has 10 points. As Ihara makes her first free throw and misses the second. Goto holding it down for Japan. Splits through the double team. Ihara misses the J. And Rizzo doing all she can, but she stepped on the baseline. Japan ahead. They only trailed, but that was on the opening bucket from Mali. Goto goes to the paint and feeds it in for Arisa Ihara. She has 3 points. Pressure applied by Japan, broken up. In deep, Mariko. Asan Mariko, the center, with her 6th point, and it's 40-25. Weaving her way is Sato. She went from right to left on that end, but that falls short as Diarra sends it underneath. Fast break by Molly doesn't work out. Second chance is good for Diorizo. Molly on a bit of a scoring run as they cut this deficit down to 13. Yoshito trying to put the moves and goes for the pass instead. Long shot, no good. As Aminata Samake pulls the board. In deep again. And strongly taken away. Another fast break for Japan as Yamada puts it in. And she almost forced another turnover. She went right back on defense off of the layup. Under 3 to go. Defensively, Japan has 3 steals, Mali with 2. On the defensive boards, it is Japan and Mali with 11 apiece. Yoi Sato checking out. Sato with 8 points and 3 rebounds in the first half. Makino and Sugiura in for Japan. Awa Bath, Nana Indai in for Mali. They replaced Dariso and Mariko. Yamada immediately setting the screen and getting it back as he keeps the ball moving. 6 on the 24. Teardrop off the mark for Sugiura. Three ball off the top. This is a 3rd chance for Japan. This has become a normal story here in this ball game. And following all those rebounds, that is Japan's 13th offensive rebound for a total of 23. And they respond this time as Kokona Suzuki gets on the board. Lawrence Hufford tuning in, along with all of you around the world. Nice spin move from Diarra. And feeds it into Samake, but no basket off the travel. .137 until halftime. Japan leading by 17. And Kokona, Sugiura, and Abe heading off. It's Japan using their bench very well and efficiently, if I say so myself, as Mali converts on a fast break as Both puts it in. Second and third chances has been the story for Japan. The steal, the feed, and the finish. Kita to Singari. .13-point game, Japan ahead in the round of 16. The winner plays in the quarterfinals. For the shoot, Goto has that snatched away. All alone for the deuce was Diarra. And Mali putting on a small scoring run like they did at the beginning of the game. They They are off and running in the dying stages here in the second quarter. It is a 6-0 run for Mali. While Japan has the lead, it's been Mali that's been clicking on all cylinders in the last little while. They are on a 6-0 run that was capped off by the layup from Tajin Diarra. The lead has been up to as most as 16. It is an 11-point ball game. 8-second difference in the shot and game clock. Makino, Yamada, Sato, and Abe in for Isakawa, Ishii, Hamada, and Goto. 3-ball, Sato, no. As Ihara tried to save the ball, she loses it. Mali looking to finish off strong. There's a steal by Abe. That's up and out. 3 to go. Were they able to get a shot off? They do not. And that ends the first half, in which the second quarter has been pretty much the story. Mali outscoring Japan 18-15. They were down by as much as 17. And now Japan is ahead 44-33 in this round of 16 game. I'm Aaron Sanders. I'll be back in 15 minutes for the call of the second half. Oh, incidentally, in the meantime, let's take a look at the score between Canada and Puerto Rico. They are at the end of 3, Canada leading 60-48. Well, they just got underway, and based on my calculations, they are now ahead 64-40. The score just updated on me a little bit. Leading scores for Japan, Otaha Goto with 10 points. She scored 7 of those in the first quarter. For Mali, well-balanced scoring, but they are led by Oa Bath. Oa Bath and Asan Mariko, who has 6. We have some second quarter highlights. Have a look at that, and we'll be back for the third quarter in less than 14 minutes. You're watching the round of 16 play in the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's World Cup.
en historia.
Or competing in the finals of an America. Off we go. Ball game. The passion, the emotion of international basketball. How do you not love it? The America. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
first minute of 25 of action where it was 2-0. Since then, Japan has been taking care of business as they lead 44-33 as we are set to begin the third quarter. I'm Aaron Sanders. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And again, if you have the membership, let us know. We'll give you a shout out. Quick layup underneath, goes up and in, and that's how the first half started. As Awa Bath picks up her 7th point. Team Japan now going from right to left. They're in their white uniforms. Mali in their green and white uniforms. They'll go left and right. Away they go. Go to Hamada, Suzuki, Saito, and Yamada on the floor. That's the 5 for Japan. 3 ball goes down. And Kita, no more woulda, coulda, shoulda. Kuda Kita gets it from three-point land. It is a 2-possession game for the first time since the early stages of the first. Oh, the handles. The 3 ball, good for Saito. Japan picking up some ankles on that play as Yui Saito gets her 11th. Diarra trying to muscle right through. Saito. The fake by Hamada. Reads the triple team. Gets it out for the corner 3. Rebound by Diarra. Oh, the step and everything. Nothing there. This ball on the floor recovered by 2 green shirts. And it's a jump ball. Mali now shooting 47% from the field. Japan dropped down to 33. Mali's taking wiser shot choices. That is the huge difference in the first 20 minutes of action. In the rebounds, it is Japan 25, Mali 22. Hamada trying to feed it to Goto, but she was able to pick it up. 7 on the 24. As Yui Saito on the pass. Another extra pass to Kokona Suzuki has her foul. So at the line is Kokona Suzuki. Misses her first free throw, has 2 points and 1 offensive rebound in nearly 10 minutes of action. She gets that one to go. That is her 3rd point. First free throw was a little too fast on the music over in Leon, but they were able to make up for it anyway. Second chance for Asan Mariko pays off. It is 48-40. Mariko picking up her 4th field goal. Hamada fakes on a pass. Gets it again. Oh, got the step on Bath and sends it underneath. Kokona Suzuki with the go-ahead layup. To 40, Mali back into it. Remember, they had a 6-0 run to end the first half. Wide dribble drive, now back into Diarra. Diarra fakes, jukes, can't get it in. Three minutes gone by here in the second half. Yui Saito heading off as Yuna Abe returns. Diarra not wasting any time, going for the spin cycle, but she is called for traveling. Japan again known for sharing the ball, and this time Abe unable to get it from downtown. Looking at the official brackets for today's games and for the quarterfinal, we have an update from Irapuato as Canada defeats Puerto Rico 84-50. A quick steal from Yamada. Fake drive, shot no good. And Both in trouble. And the updated bracket for the quarterfinals. Australia meeting the winner of Spain and Mexico by the end of today. Quarterfinals, by the way, starts on Friday. It's an off day for everybody tomorrow. Finland will now face Canada in the quarterfinal on Friday. The winner of Japan and Mali will meet USA and Egypt. So the winner of this will face the winner of USA and Egypt, and the winner between Croatia and France and Argentina and Italy, which comes up after this game, will face each other on Friday. 5 on the 24, bullet pass from Yamada. Deflected out of bounds with 3. Japan has 3 seconds to work with on the shot clock. As Makino will play it in. Makino out to Goto. Goto getting deep from the circle off the top. Rebound Makino. The inbounder gets the rebound. Out to Yamada, and she drains the 3. It was a 6-point game, and it's back up to 13. Japan waking up and getting those extra passes down. Last touch by Abe. Brings the ball back to Mali from the side. Coming up at 5:30 local time, USA versus Egypt. As I'm sure they're looking on into this game, their future opponents, USA and Egypt. USA on a historic run. Their last group game, they ended up with 30 steals and has been running away from the competition as they are looking for their 6th gold medal in U17 play. Here's the pull-up J from Singari. That is short. (53-40) Japan. Once again, if you're enjoying the live stream, why not support us with the super chat? You'll have a chance to enter a contest to win a Molten basketball. Yamada gets it back down to 5. Here's Goto. Can't get it. Ball brought down by Inde. Ahead, and the layup is missed. Halfway into the third quarter, whip around layup off the mark for Diorizo. And Diorizo has had a tough time at the rack today. 6 rebounds, 4 points. Their top scorer is Mariko, who has 8. Goto, one of their scorers, off to the bench with 10 points, and Yui Sato has 11. And 3 3-balls. Amada fakes the handoff, now sends it to Makino. Makino in trouble, back to Amada, screened by Yamashita. Reverse layup off the mark for Suzuki. And that has been Japan's bread and butter today, the O-boards. Molly squeaking through as Diarra gets enough separation, but misses the three. Trying to fall through on the rebound, but Hamada was there first. Pass intended for Hamada, and she lets it go out of bounds instead of taking a backcourt violation. And with Canada moving on to the quarterfinals, remember they lost the bronze medal game to France 2 years ago, but they got their revenge against them in the final day of group action yesterday. Chance that they may meet again as the bucket rattles right up and in for San Marino. .330 to go as Japan works around the baseline and gets another triple. This time it's from Yui Sato, the leading scorer. Who makes it no problem. She has 14 and 4 triples. Suzuki comes up with her first foul of the afternoon. The center averages 6.3 rebounds and 5.3 points per game. Has 5 points and 2 boards. And those 2 boards came on the offensive end. 14-point game, both teams with 2 fouls. Look at Anna Ishii. Played 3 minutes of action, picked up 1 foul. We are good to go. Up ahead is Mariko. Mariko hands it off to Diarra. That's the 3rd foul on Aminata Samaki. So Nanano Hamada in for Sarah Yamada. And Aminata Samaki just checked in and turned the ball over. Kudakita in for Tinin Diarra. We're in the 3rd quarter, the round of 16 from Leon. The bullet pass underneath as Oda Goto is able to get the reverse hook. Suzuki on the assist. And Mali was so close to get back into this game. They were down by 6 to start the 3rd quarter. It has ballooned back up to 16. And it's Japan's aggressiveness on the O boards that has helped them out so far. Speaking of offensive rebounds, Japan's had 15 O boards. Overall, they have 32. Mali, 11 O boards. That's not bad for a total of 28. Rebounding game pretty close. It's a +4 for Japan. 2:10 to go. Long shot off the glass. And back comes Hamada. Hamada through 3 defenders, but misses the layup. Coming up 6 p.m. local time from Leon, Argentina versus Italy. And I'll have the call on that. Quick cut to the lane. That bucket doesn't go. The second chance is good for Diarizo. She picks up her 6th point as we come up at 1:30 left until the end of the 3rd. And that 3 ball is flat. In and out dribble from Kita and tees it up for the 3. Ikeda with her 10th point makes it 58-47. Mali playing with only one foul to give. Japan has two. Hamada. 3-ball. An easy 3-ball for Goto. Capitalizing on her 15th point. And Mariko has a seat. As Kudakita turned the ball over. Let's see if we can get all those substitutions down. In the meantime, Goto goes to the lane and scores. Awabaten and Diarra in for Dembele and Mariko. Rui Makino, Yuna Abe, and Arena Yamashita in for Japan. A quick kick out. Diarra misses the three. Shot clock and game clock nearly identical. Shot from the key off the mark. Two green shirts near the baseline, and it is a tie-up, and it stays with Japan. 15.8 to go. On the shot clock. And there is a push, which puts Mali over the limit. That is on Diorizo. Next foul will put Japan at the line. 7 on the 24, 3-ball cashed in by Rui Makino. Final second, and Japan's smothering defense closes out the third quarter. Japan ending the quarter on an 8-0 run as they lead 66-47. Fourth quarter coming up. In the third quarter, Japan outscored Mali 22-14 and finished the quarter on an 8-0 run. Odaha Goto has been delivering most of the damage with 17 points, backed up by Yui Saito, who averaged 9.7 points a game, has 14. Fourth quarter underway with Goto, Hamada, Suzuki, Saito, and Makino in for Japan. Mali works with Diarra, Kita, Traore, Diorizo, and Singari. That is the second foul on Suzuki. One of the three centers for Team Japan. Kudakita into Diarra, who misses. Second chance up and down for Traore. (66-49) is your score. We are in the round of 16. The winner of this advances to the quarterfinals. Nice ball movement again, and Japan has been working that out into their favor as Sato tees up her 5th triple for a total of 17 points. That is the 22nd assist from Team Japan. They average 15 of those a game. And underneath is Singari for 2. Amada defers it to Sato. Sato almost called for a travel, but that ball is intercepted. Here's Kita for 3. No. On the board for Mali, 10 points apiece for Hassan Mariko and Kudakita. 8 rebounds for Azetan Darizo with her 6 points. If fouls were a factor in any way, only one of the Japan players are with 2, and that's Arena Yamashita. No, by mistake, that's on Suzuki. Suzuki has 2 fouls. Diarizo just picked up her 3rd. Fouls is what Mali has to consider because Diarra and Dembele has fouls with Diarizo. That's the 3rd. Amiyama Samake and Hadomana Singari also down that line with 3 fouls too. So Mali may have to rely on their bench for a little bit, as this lead has blown up back to a 20-point game. 2 free throws for Nanano Hamata as Hassan Mariko is in for Singari. Cross-court pass nearly intercepted, and it stays with Mali. And the officials are asking for the shot clock to be reset. It went to a full 24 once Japan poked the ball right in the backcourt and Mali saved it. So I would assume they're going to pull a few seconds more off of the 24 clock. So they will discuss it. I hope we're able to get a replay of it. Nonetheless, it's going to be Mali ball. The question is, where will the shot clock be set? Looks like we'll have 10 seconds. Mali to operate with 10 on the shot clock. Kita on the chest pass. Gets it back right off from the inbound, flings it from the circle. That bounces off. On the rebound is Goto. Amada being patient with the ball. That's what they've been doing here the whole 9 yards. Yamada crossing over, whips it through, threads it into Abe. 5 on the 24. Goto gets it again. It's been nothing but splashes for Otaha Goto, and another steal and a breakaway layup from Kokona Suzuki. That is a timeout for Mali as Japan scores 5 consecutive points. Otaha Goto first connecting on her 4th triple to make it 20. And then the steal by Suzuki and scored her 7th point. Molly taking a timeout. USA and Egypt awaits the winner of this contest as they will get underway in 30 minutes time. So far, the bracket looks like this. Australia will await the winner of the last round of 16 game today between Spain and Mexico. Finland and Canada already locked in for their tilt on Friday. Here in this round of 16 game, Japan has led for the majority of the way. Mali trying to chip away at this lead as the air ball is committed and brought down by Japan. Here's Sugiura for 3. Rebound brought down by Kita. Three minutes gone by here in the fourth. Nice screen from Diarra. And pass broken up and taken away by Abe. Abe picking up off that steal, and she picks up her 5th point. Otara checking in for Diarizo for Mali. It has been a tough second half for Team Mali. 5 on the 24. As they defer it out, another 3 off the mark for Yamashita. Underneath, Abe! It counts. And Abe on a tear. Back-to-back buckets for her. She got it off the steal, and then off the second chance from Yamada, Abe able to take it in as Mariko and Oatara was there. Mariko picks up the foul, and as mentioned before, foul situation is a factor. And with Mariko picking up that foul, that is her 2nd of the game. So Kokona Suzuki and Arisa Ihara checking in for Yamashito and Gota. And 1 from Japan, Yuna Abe, becoming one of those key players in the 3rd and 4th quarter for Japan alone. The largest lead of the game, 30. Splitting underneath, the layup doesn't drop. As Mariko takes contact. At 6 p.m. local time, it will be Argentina and Italy. I will have the call of that game. Justin Taylor will be on the call, I believe, for Canada and Puerto Rico. Long shot off the mark as Uetara misses it, and Sakura comes up with a rebound and another threading needle to Ihara. Poetry in motion as Team Japan goes up by 32. More subs being made, more than almost halfway into the fourth quarter, as Zimbelli checks in for Kita, and Roy Makino is in for Abe for Japan. And that shot rattles everywhere and down. Suzuki. People could say it's just luck, but when you're able to pass the ball around and share the wealth, it's going to affect everyone. Kokona Suzuki from three-point land forces a timeout from Mali. It is 86-51. Mali out of the timeout. They are down 86-51 in this round of 16. The fall-away jumper does not get in, and Diarra off the rebound, sends it underneath to the 10 again. And Hassan Mariko gets it, but so does Arisa Ihara on the other end. Taking advantage of the mismatch. Numbers game paying off for Japan on both sides. Three ball. No. And they're going to call a foul on that. Coming up on the FIBA networks on Friday will be the live draw for the FIBA Europe Cup. Be sure to catch that, and don't forget to catch more FIBA events by subscribing on the FIBA social media pages. Also the live draw for the EuroLeague Women and Euro Cup that happens tomorrow. So be sure to stick around on the FIBA websites and the pages for that. Tough layup and a take brought in by Ihara again. 4 straight points for her. Shot doesn't go, the rebound let out of bounds by Yamashita. And we welcome another member of part of the premium membership for FIBA, Alicia Kringus. 3 ball, follow through. Arisa Ihara with her 7th point in this run. 12 points overall. She is scoring inside and out as Japan's looking to reach 100. Fall away good for Hassan Mariko. If anyone from FIBA is tuning in, I want you to check something in the history books for the history of Japan. When was the last time they have scored 100 points? If anyone from FIBA could let me know, I greatly appreciate it. They may be on the hunt for that. It is 93-55 Mali. For a second there, it looked like Ouattara was going to get that pass, but that 3 doesn't go. And Sugiura misses the layup. This is a great outing from Japan here in the round of 16. And Mali haven't been able to respond on the second chances that Japan has been getting. But Owa Bath able to fight her way into the traffic by 2. 2:20. Layup up and under for Yamada. Yamada coming up with her 8th point. As Japan clicking on all cylinders as they prepare for the quarterfinal matchup. They're shooting 45% from the field. That 3 ball was a miss. And a foul committed on Yamashita. It's been all Japan as Oda Goto responsible with 20 points. But Yui Sato has become a shooting star in the second half. 17 points, 5 of 8 from downtown. Kita Indai in for Mali. Mahiro Iwasaka in for Japan. It is a 40-point game. And I've heard word from the dignitaries from FIBA. I appreciate it if you're able to get it soon enough. 100 seconds to go in regulation. 3 ball is drained by Kita, who has 13 points. Japan looking for 100. As Mahiro Iwasaka checks in, along with Ihara, for to shoot. They get close, but they don't score. Mali out of fouls to give. They will play in the classification game on Friday. Nice battle down low, but that's taken by Ishii. Nice give and go, and it pays off as Anna Ishii, not only with the steal, but with the bucket. And I'm sure Dylan Jennings, who's subscribed to the premium membership, enjoys that. It is 99-60. Blocked by Yamashita with 44 9/10 left. So it is a timeout. Nope, they decided to play on. 44.9 seconds to go. Shot clock has been reset to 15. USA and Egypt gets underway in 20 minutes. And they will play what appears to be Japan, but a quick timeout with 45 seconds to go. Coming up on the FIBA YouTube page, the live draw for the FIBA Europe Cup. That is on Friday, and on tomorrow it will be the live draw for both the Women's Euro League and Euro Cup. Be sure to tune in. And also happening on the FIBA channel, coverage of the U20 Eurobasket. Looking at one of the comments, Chatting with Chad said the last time they scored 100 points or more was back 2 years ago against Jordan, and that final score was 100-30. So Chatting with Chad taking care of business, and thank you very much. Aaron Sanders on the call between Japan and Mali. I will be back for the Argentina and Italy matchup from Lyon at 7:30. USA will take on Egypt, and Justin Taylor will be on the call. Japan looking to tie the record in U17 play. They're at 99. Matter of fact, a bucket here will break that record. Here's Yamada. to Ishii. Here it is. And the foul. And despite the margin of victory, Japan not letting up on going to the 10. The free throw is missed. And it was 2 years ago in the U17 tournament where Japan scored 100 points over Jordan. They have tied that record. Mali looking for one last chance, and the three ball doesn't go. The floater doesn't fall. And 8 seconds to go. Yamada and Japan ties the U17 Japan record of scoring 100 points. And with that outing, they will advance to the quarterfinal. Japan 100, Mali 60. We see Team Italy waiting in the tunnel. They will warm up to face Argentina coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. local time. We'll quickly look at the final stats for tonight's game. For Mali, they were led by Hassan Mariko with 14 points. A majority of those points came from the second half. She piled up 4 rebounds. Kuda Kita with 13 points. And they shot a total of 37% and snagged down 40 rebounds. Japan snagged down 46 boards. And Otaha Goto really came out of the gates from the third quarter and went on fire. 20 points, 4 3 balls, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, and they shot 45% from the field. We thank you for tuning in to this round of 16 game between Japan and Mali, where Japan advances to face the winner of USA and Egypt. Again, well done from Japan as they top Mali 100-60. You know, they say pictures are worth 1,000 words. And the way Japan has been playing lately, they may have a whole lot more photos to go through if they continue down this track. Again, USA and Egypt gets underway in 15 minutes. Justin Taylor will be on the call for that from Irapuato. We invite you to go over to the feed of that game over on the social media pages on FIBA. This is Aaron Sanders coming up next from Leon in 45 minutes. Will be Argentina and Italy, and then at 8:30 local time, the capper to the round of 16, Spain versus Mexico. Argentina and Italy coming up in less than 45 minutes. Keep on watching coverage of the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. And now I send you over to Justin Taylor, who is standing by for the call in Irapuato.